Look, I can be wasteful. Like, if something gets to the bottom, I will throw it away. Ketchup. If ketchup gets like that much left, I'm like, blah. She will put the old ketchup with the new ketchup. That way your ketchup's always gross. Toothpaste. I will use it to what I think the average person uses it to. I don't think I should feel muscles trying to get it out. I'm not gonna have an iron on top of it. But she'll do it more. So I know when I'm done with it, I give it to the hobo I married. She cuts it, gets it all out. She's the cheaper one of us as well. Not in a bad way, you know. She likes the lights being off. Turn the lights off, you know. Save money. Get the little lights off. It's a fun time being in that environment. Turn the light on, find your seat, get a stick, knock the light back off. Sit in the dark and be sad. And you're sad all day, but you're saving nickels upon nickels. Right when I get in bed, you turn that light off? I can't tell that's on. Well, get out of bed, turn it off. 80 years, we'll give our daughter $37 from all the nickels we saved. If you meet Fallon out, you're gonna feel like you met him at the Tonight Show.
I want old school Timberlake too. You're boys with them. He didn't get sober, did he? Good.
No, he just got in trouble. He's going through it. Yeah.
Justin Timberlake?
Yeah.
My Justin Timberlake?
Yeah. I would bet his team would not want y'all to hang out right now. That's what I would say. I'm not saying he wouldn't want to hang out with you, but I bet his team would go, out of all the people, I don't think he's the right move right now. Or maybe he is. Maybe, or maybe he is.
When did you start going around the country and making a profession of it? Because that's the serious part about it.
That's the serious part. So I started in 2003, probably 2013-ish is when I started kind of really going on the road a little bit more. And then, because I lived out here for a couple years, and then it was like auditioning wasn't going to be, I was terrible at it.
Like acting you're talking about is what you're saying, auditioning?
I want to act, but I couldn't get past the audition because it's like if I come in, it's like you either want this or you're like, well, that's not even kind of what we want. I mean, I auditioned for the Entourage movie. I went and took an acting class before it, and I told the guy, I was like, am I good? And he goes, you should try to get out of the audition. That's how bad it was. He goes, I think it will hurt you more if you go do the audition than if you cancel the audition. And I was like, all right. Well, I was like, I'll just go. I don't care. And then I get a call back, and they were like, did you read the script? And I was like, no, because I figured I wasn't going to get it, and I don't want to ruin the movie for me. You know, I was a big Entourage fan. So they were like, all right, well, maybe come read the script. And then I read it. Then they still didn't give it to me. So now I know the script. And you're like,
the whole movie's ruined.
That's the whole point.
Well, what were you auditioning for?
Haley Joel Osment's part, who's a very good friend, and but because he's a real, he's a real actor.
You were the guy on Pierce Morgan spinning pizza dough, right? Vince, you take care of more people in Red Cross, huh?
I'd like to think they take care of me.
It's probably best to think of it that way.
That's you go with him because he's the real deal.
Well, good thing it's all worked out for you nonetheless, Nate. You know.
I pulled a muscle recently. I guess it was in my soul. I mean, it was dead middle of my body. I thought it was the front, and then I was like, well, that back hurts too. So. Well, what's in the middle? What muscle is in the middle?
I got blocked so bad by this kid from Ensworth. I made his highlight. He played at Tennessee. I was like the star of his highlight reel. Antonio Richardson. Yeah. He played for the Vikings.
Wow. My goodness. 6'6", 338. My goodness gracious.
Yeah, I'm trying to find that specific 50. I'm putting up a fight, dude.
Yeah.
I'm putting up.
Look at you.
Look at you.
And he
Harry.
just, golly, he just
There it
tackled
is.
everything.
Oh, he had you on roller skates.
Look, right? Yeah, they showed it from a different angle. That's the only highlight. Hold on, let it play because they go back to this again and they go, let's show it from a back.
Oh my!
Is that,
They didn't have to do both angles.
Every
there.
play looks like a screenplay.
Yeah.
Even though it's a run.
Yeah, yeah.
That is wild.
They were not screens. I'm trying to pass block.
You were annoying to him that you were there.
Oh,
like
yeah.
he moved you like, ugh. Because he's like, just don't be here and let me just get the quarterback. Well, I'm a Titans fan. I think for us to get in the playoffs, we need both teams to lose, and then we're good. And then we're right back in it. There we go. That one went so crazy. Probably with the biggest, if not the biggest thing I've done in my career, is the George Washington sketch.
Football, sir?
Yes, it's a sport where you throw a ball with your hands.
So in football, there is no kicking?
There's a little kicking. Like as a thing that people come up to me it's all anybody said. I had a guy dressed like George Washington at a show. I have to constantly text these guys. I feel like you got shoes. I sent someone painted shoes for us.
Oh my!
His college game day was like George Washington. It was like it kept being so much stuff. So you're just like, I don't want to blow it up. It's like we kind of did it. So I was pretty nervous at first, but then when I read what they did, it felt very different enough. And I think I then got it that I was like, it's not about what the jokes are. It's just about the George Washington character. Yeah. It's more people just want to see that character come back. I want to tell you, giant fan of the show.
Really?
5'11", 182. Loose 182. Yeah. I stopped watching once McLovin left.
Wow.
But it was... No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
Marvin,
No, I'm back, Marvin, I'm back. I was joking. No, but I was when I started comedy. I was in New York for a long time, and when you're on the Audience Network, I recorded it every day and watched it all the time. So I always wanted to come on your show. So
that's great.
I'm glad to finally happen. So thank you. And so Sam is someone very much that I've kind of seen his career and always really admired what he's done. And I've always loved what he did with you guys. Yeah. I always, even when y'all were in the movies, when we see you in the movies, it was so fun. And I love the realness of that. It's his buddies, which I think is a good reason. That's why people go watch those shows, because you're like, everybody wants to be like, yeah, that's what I would be doing if I made it.
My parents and I came to America because we knew people are happy here. And we landed in Kennedy Airport, going through immigration. And the officer said to me, what do you want to do in America? And I said, I want to be a Russian comedian. He started laughing. He said, that sounds like Amish electrician. And then I see dogs are sniffing my luggage. And I said, what are they doing? And they said, they're looking for drugs. I said, wow, I heard in America people are hooked on drugs, but dogs? He started laughing again. I said, I'm doing pretty good for Amish electrician.
I got all kinds of friends now, single, married, divorced. I got one friend, he got married, divorced, remarried the same woman. I talked to him a few days ago. He said, I'm depressed. I'm like, why are you depressed? He said, I'm having marital problems. I'm like, dude, you're not having marital problems. You have a learning disability.
We took her to Disney World, and she's 2. And so when I took her, like my stupid buddies that don't have kids, they're just like, why are you even taking her? It's not like she's going to remember it, You're just like wasting money. And I was like, I don't know, but it's fun to see her get excited. I don't know, I mean, should I just lock her in a closet and be like, do you remember yesterday? No, well, until you start remembering things. I'm not going to waste any money on you, We went to Europe last year, and by the way, we were flying from Nashville to London. And we go, it was 4:42 p.m. Nashville time. So as a family, I said, let's guess what time it is in London. So I said 12:42 a.m. Our daughter said 1:42 a.m. My wife, her guess was 11. And that's it. Yeah, she didn't say the 42. And I was like, just say the 42. And she goes, you know what I mean. I go, I know, but just show her daughter you know what a normal person would say. So a lot of hotels now, they have Chromecast, and you can watch like Netflix in your hotel room. So I get in my room, and I turn it on, and my Chromecast is not working. So I call down to the front desk, and the oldest voice I ever heard answered the phone. This guy was a Civil War survivor. I mean, he was the age where you just go, thank you for your service. And it's like, was in the Army? You're like, probably, man. I mean, there's an age where like they all had to go at that age, so just say it. So I tell him, I go, hey, my Chromecast is not working. And I could have just made up a word. I mean, he's never heard of that. I could have said, my beep bop broke. I mean, he asked if I was staying at that hotel. That's how he goes, are you staying here? I was like, do you think I've called the front desk from a different hotel room? So he goes, look, I don't know what this is, but there's a younger guy here. I'm going to send him up. He'll be able to help you. And I was like, great. So that guy comes up, and he knocks on my door. I open it. He's my dad's age. And I mean, right when I see him, you're like, all right, dude, we don't have to do this, you know? I mean, I know you've heard of it, but if I can't fix it, you're not going to be able to fix it. But he's the generation that still wants to give it a try. So I got to let him in. So he comes in my room, sits on my bed, a little too far back, I thought. I just remember like the back of his calves were touching the bed, and I was like, are your feet dangling? How far back are you going to go? Are you cold? Do you want some covers, man? He gets the remote and just starts pressing all the buttons, and I said, I don't know if that's going to do it. And he goes, let's just keep trying it, though. I go, all right. I'm going to turn the shower on, open a window, let's try everything, you know? Let's just see, maybe it turns on. Who knows? Maybe it's all connected. So we can't get it. And he goes, all right. He goes, there's a younger guy. He's about to come to work. And at this point, I'm like, I'm the younger guy, man. I was like, it's all right, dude. I don't need it. And he goes, no, it's a millennial. And I was like, all right, now we're getting somewhere, you know? This is what the millennial does. He was born with technology. He's going to know how to fix this. I was excited. I was like, great. He goes, he comes to work in an hour. I go, wonderful. And let me tell you, you know how quick that millennial fixed it? Well, I'll never know because he just didn't come to work that night. So didn't call in, nothing. And I found out because the old guy called me because he was supposed to fill in for him. He was furious, dude. He hates that millennial. He goes, he never comes to work. He doesn't take it serious. He's got a peanut allergy. And I was like, all right, well, I ended up fixing it myself because it was just unplugged. So that's my fault. All right. So we got in the fight over the phrase one fell swoop. Just over this saying. And if you're a newlywed, you're like, well, that doesn't make sense. You're right, it doesn't. This is a double-digit married fight. This is when you've already done all the dish fighting or the putting your clothes away fighting. This is when they're trying to mentally break you. They got you almost how they want you, and this is the one that sends it over the edge. So my wife, she wanted to go visit her parents one weekend, and her parents are divorced, and which has been hardest on me, to be honest. That's something people don't talk about, you know? When you marry into divorce, I mean, they divorced because of her, not me, so why do I have to go to 50 different houses? So she wanted to go visit her parents, and I want to do it in one fell swoop. Now, I've never heard my wife say the phrase one fell swoop. We've been together 20 years. She's never said it. And it felt like someone that day told her, hey, you should start using one fell swoop more. And she goes, I'm about to call my husband. And goes, perfect. Use it 40 to 50 times on him. So she calls me and she goes, I want to go visit my parents and I want to do it in one fell swoop. And I go, all right, let's do it in one fell swoop. She goes, I want to do it in one fell swoop. I go, let's do it in one fell swoop. You know, let's swoop it up. I'm down. And she kept saying it, one fell swoop, one fell swoop. I mean, over and over again. And then when she went to describe this one fell swoop trip, She goes, we go to my mom's, come home, then go to my dad's. And so I just like waited, and she didn't say anything, and I just go, that's not what one fell swoop means. And instead of possibly just being wrong, she goes, I know what one fell swoop means. I go, yeah, it doesn't sound like you do, all right? And we have the same last name. I can't have you out there in a one fell swoop conversation. What do you think 2 birds, 1 stone mean? Let's just go through them all. I don't know if you know any of these. She hangs up on me. So I get home, and you know when you walk home and you've been in a fight, and you're like, all right, how long is this fight? Is it happening still? Is it over? I don't know. I got to fill it out, you know? She never uses words like sorry. I'd love to hear that. And that's a word she definitely doesn't know what it means. And I say it all the time. I walk around the house with just a sack of sorries, just handing them out all day. I try to give her some, like, would you like to carry some of these? She's like, I don't have pockets, so I'm good. We didn't talk that whole night. I mean, we're just sitting there, our daughters, like, we're watching TV, eating, and I'm like, hey, you know your mom's crazy, right? And she's like, did you do your homework, or you don't want to be dumb like your dad? And then your daughter's just like, are y'all lunatics? So I'm laying on the couch, and my wife just came over, and she kisses me goodnight, and then she went to bed. And that was it, you know? That was like, I felt like it was her sorry, I guess. But she didn't say it. And so I was like laid there, and I'm just thinking about it. And you think about it a lot because you're like, all right. Because you learn the longer you get married, sometimes it's like, just let stuff go. You know, who cares? And the next morning I get up, and I kind of still wanted to talk about it because we didn't talk all night, you know? So I went into her, I was like, look, I got to tell you, I mean, it's just not what it means, you know? And that got it going real good. And I felt so good about this argument, you know? I thought about it all night. I was like, you got this one in the bag, man. You should bring it back up. I'm not trying to date her anymore. I like to win a fight. We're going to die together. I almost woke her up in her sleep. That's how much I was so excited. I almost just started shaking her going, it's not what it means. Our marriage almost ended in one fell swoop. So she runs everything. She does stuff, doesn't tell. We got a new roof, and I did not know that. A whole new roof. I found out from my neighbors. They were like, how's that new roof going? I go, I don't know what you're talking about. And they go, you didn't know you got a new roof? I go, no, I did not. And then I had to go get hurt. I was like, you gotta go talk to them about that new roof you didn't tell me about. I look like an idiot out there. If you go to Europe, just so you know, it's the most old. It's very old. You think we're old, and you get there, and you're like, good night. What have y'all been doing over here? You just walk around, they're like, that building is from 8. You're like, good golly. Went to Australia as well. Australia is very far away. I'm gonna tell you, our Earth is bigger than I thought it was. We flew 16 hours, over 500 miles an hour. Barely made it. Barely. I think we went the wrong way as well. I had jet lag there. I did not mind it because I woke up early. I woke up at 5:45 a.m. and I don't ever wake up that early. So I was like first in line at the breakfast buffet. Here's what I will tell you. When you get up at 5:45 a.m., noon is pretty far away. By 6 p.m., it's like, how are people out? Why won't the sun go down? Marriage fights are great because they're all very dumb. I would say 90% of them are dumb. 10% the cops show up. But we got in a fight once over chocolate milk. We didn't talk for 24 hours. What happened is I brought chocolate milk home, and she was like, why did you bring it home? And I was like, you're supposed to drink it after you work out. And she was like, that's not true. And I was like, well, there's a commercial on TV that probably looked into it more than you did. So I decided to listen to them. And she said, that's just the milk people pushing chocolate milk. And I was like, you don't even know what that statement means. You don't know if there's milk people. And I think chocolate milk's doing fine. I don't think they're sitting on barrels of it. And they're like, we got to make up a lie. We got to get rid of this chocolate milk. I rewatched the movie Sixth Sense. And I'm not trying to do a Sixth Sense joke. This is a 20-year-old movie. I also have to spoil it, but it's 20 years old. So if you don't know by now, I don't know what to tell you, you know? And don't be like, we're going to watch it tonight. We're going to go to Blockbuster on the way home, and so he's dead the whole time, and I don't know. That's, if you haven't seen it, it's a pretty big part of it. But for those that have, think about when you watched it. When we all saw this movie for the first time, none of us knew he was dead. That was the biggest surprise we've ever seen in our life, you know? We just thought his wife wasn't talking to him for like a year. That made more sense to us than him possibly being dead. And I was like, when I watched it, I was like, what do they show him dying? Yeah. That guy shoots him with a gun. That's how the movie starts. That's how obvious they're like, hey, he's dead. And we still watched it for 2 hours, just like, I know what this guy's going through, you know? This is a movie about marriage and how hard marriage is. Yeah. Even if you get shot, it's your fault. And I've realized how lazy I am by watching football. I was watching a game, and I got up to go get something to drink. And right when I got up, one team kicked off the other team. And before I could get back, the guy ran a 100-yard kickoff return, and I missed it. So that guy ran 100 yards before I could get 3 to maybe 4 yards. He also had 11 people really trying not to let him run 100 yards. I didn't even have an ottoman. It was wide open. Look, the it's getting very advanced. I've been to a dog bakery. I've been to a dog bakery in my life. I went in there, and no one was in there. The lady was looking at me like, are you here to buy this store for me? That was her only hope. She said her and her husband bought the store for their 27-year-old daughter who graduated from college with a degree and came out of college and said, I want to own a dog bakery. I want to make cakes for dogs. Which if I asked my 6-year-old what she wants to do when she grows up, I think she'll tell me she wants to make cakes for dogs. And I'm going to tell her that she can do whatever she wants to do, hoping she doesn't turn 27 and go, let's talk about those cakes for those dogs. Look, guys, all seriousness, though, global warming, we gotta stop it. Or more of it. I don't really know which way we want to go, but it can't stay warmer. I know that. It's got to be one or, something's got to happen. Something can't stay where we're at. So go, I don't know what direction you want me to just go. Let's use this as a platform for global, guys. I felt like, as a spokesperson for all of Earth, all right? I think I'll give you a message that I don't think no one will give you. And I'm here to say that we're doing fine. So just relax. We're doing great, all right? I did some research. And I was like, let me look at the other planets. Let's see how good they're doing. And I don't want to, it's unbelievable. They're nowhere right now. Recently, I was walking in my car, and I had a college kid come up, and he was raising money, for nature, or it was for Earth. It was nature and Earth. I don't know. He used real words, but it was, basically, I felt he looked at me, he's like, it's going to Earth. And I was like, yeah, well, Earth is going through it right now. So he was telling me everything Earth is going through. It's pollution. He said our water's being poisoned. I think I was buying a tree. I don't really know. But I tried to give him cash, and he was like, oh, you got to do a credit card. I was like, okay. So I give random iPad all my family information. It was $75. So he's like swipes the card. And then after it goes through, he goes, just so you know, it's a monthly charge. Yeah. He told me after. And he was like, look, you can cancel it on the website. I was like, I don't even know what's going on right now. They still want to do Thanksgiving at their house, but they don't have the room for us. There's like 20 of us. It's like a college kid being like, you want to do Christmas in my dorm room? There's a table for 4, and then they have to put a train of TV trays and nightstands that just weaves down this hallway. I mean, you're sitting on stairs. We made the kids go eat in the car. We just go back in the car. You can't even eat inside. My mom didn't have ketchup. I was like, everybody just has ketchup. It just comes in houses. If I went to some alcoholic's house, he would have ketchup. His whole family would be gone. But I would say, do you have ketchup? He'd be like, I'm not that gone, man. God forbid I go to a store she has a coupon for. I mean, I'd be walking into the parking lot, just get a call. Don't buy anything. I have a coupon. I'm like, do you think I'm going to come home and get that coupon? Is that what you think's about to happen? I'm going to try to pay more now that you called. I don't even know if Target allows that, but I'm going to try to negotiate up on this toothpaste. You better hope they don't ask me to round up. I'm rounding up. I hate coupons so much, and she's addicted to them. She will not let me leave. Like, I got a coupon. I'm like, I just feel so stupid. I'm buying deodorant, and I'm like, I don't have all the money, but I'm almost there. But I do have this coupon. One day, I hope to be able to pay full price. We are saving up as much as we can. The job I had, the job I will go back to when all this falls apart. I was a water meter reader. The title was the description of what you do. If you're old enough, you remember when 9/11 happened, the whole country got very scared that there's going to be more attacks. Well, we did as well in Wilson County. They just went to New York, obvious next stop, Mount Juliet, Tennessee. And they are going to poison our town's water. So they got all of us water meter readers, stood just in a dark field, alone, waiting for the Taliban to show up. No weapons, no training. They gave us a lantern. A lantern. That does nothing but shows your body as you hold it up. I can't see 2 feet in front of me. If someone's got a gun, they're like, just shoot at the only light in that field. I'm gonna put it over my heart to see. I'm like, what's going on? My parents are getting older. So my mom, we had her go pick up our daughter recently at a friend's house, and I texted her the address. She drove to the wrong house. So she knocked on the door, another grandmother answered. Well, this is not good. This is like 2 dogs seeing each other through a fence. They're going to be there for a while, you know? So my mom, she knocks on the door. My mom goes, is my granddaughter in there? And that lady goes, I have 3 grandsons, so no solution. Just 2 grandmothers. Just, do you have stuff? I have stuff too. They talked for 30 minutes. It's a wrong door. I had to go get my daughter, then find my mom.
Just say that throughout the whole thing. My name's Nate. It might be hard to understand me at some times. I'm from New York City. I'm just kidding. I'm from Nashville. I wear this shirt for a couple of reasons. So if I get questions like that, they're like, oh, Nashville, okay. If people come in late, they know. They don't have to interrupt us by asking. They just read my shirt. If they can't figure that out, then they're probably from Nashville too. They probably have the same shirt. I also wear it in case I get lost. People know where to send me. It's kind of like a dog leash. I got my name and number written in the back. So you can always find me if you see me laying on the street. Just send me back to Nashville. I'll be good. One thing I noticed since living here in Chicago is the directions that you get from so many people. Y'all use the compass a lot here, as I understand it. First time I moved up here, I'm like, how do you go to the store? They're like, go north 5 blocks, then go south 3. All right. I'm somewhere in the middle. I don't know which way is north or south or east, or do I left or right or straight, or I didn't bring my compass today. And it's so confusing because the one thing they taught me was like, just remember, the lake's always east. I can't always see the lake. And people ask me, because you see someone, this is the other reason I wear this shirt, because don't ask me for directions. But people will ask me. they'd be like, hey, I need to, get here. And I'm like, the lake's east. I usually throws them off and they just leave me alone. And I keep going and wandering around the city with my compass. Another thing here is, my only phone here is a cell phone. Cell phones are about ridiculous. The signal on a cell phone, does it ever work? Because there's really never, the one time I get a full signal, if you do this, you're done. You're out. Your signal's gone. You have nothing else left. I got quite a few places that Verizon guy can go and he ain't gonna be able to hear when he says, can you hear me now? Like my house. Come to my house. Come outside my house. Walk down the street. I can be standing in the middle of the ditch and I'm sure I would still be like, can you hear me? Hello? Hello? And I hope I never get hurt and have to call 911 because I'm screwed. Or if someone breaks in my house and I have to climb under my bed, I'm like, hey, there's a guy in the house. And they're like, sir, are you there? And I gotta kind of scoot over. There's a guy in the house. Hello? In my house, there's a guy. Until I have to crawl out and I just get killed. Then I'm bleeding, having to roll around with a knife in my back. I need an ambulance. What? I need an ambulance? If you don't mind, please. I don't know if this has to do with that, but what's the age where you're not scared of the dark? Because I don't know if I've hit it yet. This is why I'm standing in this little circle right here. If I go outside of it, I'm screwed. I'll never make it back. This is the only thing that I figured out. The age and the point to where you do it, or how you stop being scared of the dark is you get married. And that's so you can have someone share your bed with you. So the monster now has got to decide between one of you. You might have a chance. And then the reason you have kids is so you pass them along to him, and then he leaves you alone the rest of the night. And then you're okay. And the thing about, when you were a kid, you were so scared of the dark, and you just hated it. Unless there's one other kid in there. Then if you had a friend over, then it's 2 8-year-old kids in the bed, and you're like, I'm feeling okay. Like the monster's down there going, Fred, Johnny's got someone to spend the night tonight. I don't know if I'd go up there. That's 2 8-year-old kids you got to mess with. It's probably not a good idea. Heard his parents are divorced though, so let's go after his dad. A game you used to play also when you're a kid is hide and seek, hide and go seek. I think that is a very, very fun game. I don't think it gets taken seriously enough though. Maybe when you were 10, when you would break your ankle to hide in the dryer so nobody could find you. And when you'd get those good spots where you'd be there for a good hour or so. And then you're like, I don't know if this is either a great, and you don't want to leave because it's a great spot. What if he sees you leaving? You can never go back. That's the dryer. Who thinks of the dryer? I thought of the dryer. I'm a genius. So you go, then you got to go up there, and he's already quit. He quit 2 hours ago. He's like, I couldn't find you. I looked for a little bit. The Easter was just recently, and speaking of hiding, they had an Easter egg hunt, and the thing is now is when they hide the Easter egg, they just throw them out on the grass. It's not because I guess they want everybody to find an egg, make everybody happy. That's not how I did it. My dad would hide them on the roof. You'd be mowing the grass in August and run for an egg and be like, there it is. I found it. You climb trees, fall down and break the leg, get up, and you still had it. And you'd open it, and it was the money egg, and it was worth everything, with $5 in it, and that's all you needed. Holidays are great too. I remember the first time I met the Easter Bunny. He pulled up in my dad's car with his seatbelt on. My dad picked him up, I guess. He was about 6'5". I was wondering, I was like, that's a tall Easter Bunny. It's not what you think. I don't see how he snuck in my house. Santa Claus also is someone that... You're like, I don't remember asking Santa for socks. Where did he get that idea? Socks and a toothbrush. He's wasting two good presents on socks and a toothbrush. Did my mom talk to him when I left? Because I don't remember saying that. And then, then you got to go through the opening the presents and everything, and that's an awkward moment when you got to open presents. You don't know the reaction you're supposed to give, especially when they're like, go ahead and open it now. We're going to watch you. And then you got to open it, whether you like it. I mean, are you supposed to jump up and just, woo! And just start running around the room? I can't believe you got this. This is unbelievable. You're so happy. You're just, there's not any good reaction. If it is a terrible present, you're like, yeah, all right, thank you. And if, that joke went well, didn't it? Should probably work on that one. I got another little story is my family, they used to give, my mom's side of the family would give everybody the same present. That was just, everybody would get the exact same present. And my dad was actually telling me this story, because he was, before I was born, and he said that we have two people in our family and they're deaf. Well, this is the year when smoke alarms came out. So they got 2 smoke alarms. 2 deaf people got 2 smoke alarms. They didn't think about that, It's not a Braille smoke alarm either, where you walk by. It beeps real loud. So, and their house burnt down a couple of days later. I guess they didn't get the batteries in there right or something. Well, that is my time, and I'm Nate. Thank you.
They did a thing on 60 Minutes about, do you know you can buy a tiger here? If you guys want to buy a tiger tonight, I could get you in touch with someone that does have tigers. I don't know if I can. You can buy a tiger here in the U.S. They did an undercover, reporting on it. And my favorite part was they asked the guy that sells tigers, they were like, so do you think it's, too easy to buy a tiger in this country? And the guy was like, yeah, it's way too easy. And you know what? That's why America's the best, all right? I didn't even know you could buy tigers. I would have been embarrassed to ask. And then I come and find out I don't really have to jump through hoops if I do want to buy a tiger. It's not an all-day thing, it's an hour. I'll be right back with our tiger. And everybody wants to take away guns. It's we gotta get everybody's guns. But then that makes me nervous because I think if you take away guns from people, those are the exact same people that will buy tigers. And that's a much bigger problem, all right? You're probably gonna be like, look, here's your gun back. And they're like, no, I'm good, dude. My tiger is way better than my gun. My gun missed all the time. My tiger rarely misses. Even if he does miss, it's just for a second, It's never... the guy dodges, he's like, your dumb tiger missed. It's it did not. It is right behind you now. And, yeah, he's pissed about it. So
my wife and I, we met at Applebee's. And Forever Started Comedy. I was a host, and she was a server. And someone asked her recently, they said, hey, do you think, did you ever imagine when you started dating that your lives would become all that it's become? And she said, well, when I met him, he was a host, and I didn't think he was smart enough to be a server. So, yeah, we've got a little bit farther than I expected, you know? I told her I want to be a server one day, and she's like, you keep dreaming that dream, all right? I think if you try hard, you can get that menu memorized. So I'm the dreamer of our group. You know, I feel like in a marriage, you have one of you is a dreamer. You know, money's not real. Let's have fun. Let's go do fun stuff as much as we can. And the other person hates fun. And that's how you make a marriage. You can't have two dreamers. You're going to be homeless in an hour. You need someone that just walks around. Is fun happening? I'd like to put a stop to that. Are y'all having fun? Stop it. Is the air conditioner on? Turn it off. I married my dad, is who I married. My dad, who I thought air conditioning cost $100,000 a day to run it. When we would be on car rides, I thought if you turned it on, your car exploded. Like just gas, you were out. We're out immediately. Did someone turn the air conditioner on? My wife's always around, too. I feel just always like near, you know, especially about home. It's like I married a cat that I'm like, you just always on me. If I do if I go to the bathroom, she's like, I'm going to paint the bathroom door while you're in there. You couldn't do it later? No, I had all the time to do it. I thought I'd wait till you went in, and that's when I was going to start. If I eat something she doesn't approve of, she just pops up, man. I mean, I'll try to sneak it. I could eat an Oreo cookie in the attic at 3 a.m., and I would bet my life a light would cut on, and she'd be like, what are you doing up here? And if I questioned it, it was like, what are you doing up here? She's like, I'm always up here. This is when I do my attic stuff. She put Life 360 on my phone. That's so they can track you even when they're not near you. You might not even know you have it on your phone. It's worse than what the government's doing. I would rather the government track me than her. She just calls me, why are you at Krispy Kreme donuts? I'm like, look, I'm not going to live like this, all right? If I want donuts, I'm not going to lock my phone in a gym locker and go pay cash for donuts. I've done it, but I'm not going to do it every time. God forbid I go to a store she has a coupon for. I mean, I'll be walking into the parking lot, just get a call, don't buy anything, I have a coupon. I'm like, do you think I'm going to come home and get that coupon? Is that what you think's about to happen? I'm going to try to pay more now that you called. I don't even know if Target allows that, but I'm going to try to negotiate up on this toothpaste. You better hope they don't ask me to round up. I'm rounding up. I hate coupons so much, and she's addicted to them. She will not let me leave. Like, I got a coupon. I'm like, I just feel so stupid. I'm buying deodorant, and I'm like, I don't have all the money, but I'm almost there. But I do have this coupon. One day, I hope to be able to pay full price. We are saving up as much as we can. I'm 41 years old. And when I turned 40 was the first age I did not want to turn. I remember my parents turning 40. It just feels old. And it's also the age that you do realize everybody you're talking to, you are older than. Before you're 40, I think everybody you talk to is your age. And for some reason, when you turn 40, you're just older than that person. I'll just be talking to them like, remember that? It's like 97, 98. They go, I wasn't born yet. You're like, golly, are you serious, dude? In my eyes, we look the same. Where's your dad at? Let me talk to him, because I swear I thought you were my age. One thing I got when I hit my 40s was claustrophobia. Never had it. Actually got it here on the Simpsons ride, which is what's crazy. I mean, we're 100 yards away from where my life fell apart. I rode that ride with my daughter, and we're sitting on it, and we had another buddy, and he has his two girls on, and so we sit there, and they pull the bar down, and the bar, my leg gets stuck in the middle, and it just opened a door that I never knew was there. I mean, it's like a problem. I had to stop the ride. It's super embarrassing to stop a child's ride and just be like, I'm just waving. I'm like, I can't do it. And then they opened the bar and they go, all right, you can do it again. I was like, I'm out, dude. And no one got to ride it because I couldn't ride it. We all had to leave. Ruined it for everybody. And that's claustrophobia. It just kind of ruins everybody's time. It's what's funny, the panic of claustrophobia is pretty funny, though. I mean, it's not funny when it's happened to you, but how quick you go from normal to just an insane person it's all at the same time. So it's all kind of new to me, so I forget I have it. And I'll put myself in a situation and I go, there it is. I got an Uber once with like 7 people. And so we get in, I'll get in the 3rd row trying to be a good guy. And I climb in the back, they put all the seats up, and it just starts hitting me. And I'm back there, you're like, just trying to be normal, you're not talking. And then you just go, hey, you think you could roll the window down? You know what? Can everybody just get out of the van real fast? We're just driving down the interstate. Hey, could y'all crack the window? Do you mind if I drive the Uber? Do you think I can drive it? Do like a lot. Like she asked me recently if I would take a bullet for her. And look, here's the deal with that. For starters, she runs with a pretty rough crowd, so it's probably going to happen. Now, I did tell her yes, but like, honestly, the reason I said yes was like, how fast is a bullet? Oh, it's like fast, right? Like, you don't hear a gun go off and you're like, I should get over there and get in front of that, right? Like, all I gotta do is like, she'll get shot, then I'll just dive like right after she gets shot. So like, I'll dive, and then I'll be like, did I get it? I'll feel around. Look, I know her, all right? She's gonna be mad at me about it. She's always mad. And she's like, no, you didn't get it, like you get nothing. I'm like, oh, great, she's starting a fight. That's what she's doing. So I'll be like, well, that wasn't reasonable to ask me to do. Did you ever think of that? Yeah, it's a bit unrealistic, all right? How fast do you think I am? If you want to ask your spouse to protect you, like a realistic question, you should ask like, hey, would you take a sword for me? That's much more realistic. You're going to see a sword. If you ever get stabbed by a sword, you knew you were near a sword for at least half an hour. No one pulls a sword out, and you're like, I didn't know you had that sword. No, we all knew. Everybody knew, all right, sword people are the worst. That's just the way it goes. Here's the bad part, too. If someone did break into our house, like I don't have a gun to protect us. You don't have a pocket knife. That's all I have. That's going to do nothing. I could hope to aggravate him at best. I would like cut him and be like, you just ripped my shirt, and then we'd kill both of us. That's best case scenario with a pocket knife. Because I don't know how to use this knife in the middle of the day, much less I'm going to wake up out of a dead sleep and have some kind of knife skill I've never had before. So what we do is me and my wife, we have to sleep strategically in our bed to prepare for an attack. So now, she really doesn't know it's a strategy. She just thinks she's closest to the door to be away from the air conditioning. But there's much more to it than that. So she's here. So the plan is like the guy's going to come in, right? And she's going to lunge at him. Now, she might go, yeah, it felt like a push. Well, it's not. It's not a push. It's the very beginnings of a lunge. So I need to let her know, hey, by the way, I have a strategy I didn't tell you about. This is the beginning of it. You got to go. So she will lunge. Now, she's from Alabama. She's pretty scrappy. She'll put up a good fight. I know she will. At least a good enough fight that I can be practicing with my knife on my side. I like stab at pillows with it. So when he gets to me, I'll be like, I don't know if you looked over here while you fought my wife, but like that used to be one whole pillow. So sure. I've done pretty good during COVID. Because I feel like you could I lost some weight during COVID. You could go 2 ways. If you wanted to gain weight, this is your time. I mean, everybody's fine with it. You can just do it. But I've been doing all that up until COVID. I've always lived by that rule. So during COVID, I was like, I need to stop. And my neighbor started working out in his driveway. And so he was like, let's work out in my driveway. And, it's hard to make a lot of excuses during COVID. You're like, I'm just so busy. I can't. I got a lot of stuff to do today. And he's just out there. So I started doing it with him, and he had a trainer. And I'm not a big fan of working out. Never done it. And I told him, I was like, I just want to do upper body stuff. And they go, all right, well, how about we just do legs every day? That's all it is legs. I think it's a huge conspiracy with trainers that you never actually do your upper body. And when you are doing it, I asked him, I go, is this upper body? He goes, yeah. I go, yeah, because I'm bending down quite a bit.
I don't know. I'm trying to get in better shape and stuff. I don't know how to work out. I should run it. For me, workout should be let's just walk to McDonald's. That'd be a good start. Maybe stand up and eat it. See if that does something. I choose 0. I tried to take an MMA, a mixed martial arts class. I made it one day. I don't know how to fight. I didn't want to fight. I thought it was going to be like just some guy making me punch a bag. And the first day I go in there, he just pairs me up with some 16-year-old kid that wants to fight for a living and wasn't raised by human people. And they're like, why don't y'all just go at it? And I was like, I think it's so we have different goals. Maybe that's why we should not go at it. I believe he's training for the Hunger Games. You know? I just want you to not be able to see my nipples through my shirt. So we should do levels.
Someone asked her recently, they said, hey, do you think, did you ever imagine when you started dating that your lives would become all that it's become? And she said, well, when I met him, he was a host, and I didn't think he was smart enough to be a server. So, yeah, we've got a little bit farther than I expected, you know? Me and my wife, so I'm the dreamer of our group. You know, I feel like in a marriage, you have one of you is a dreamer, you know. That's how you make a marriage. We got very lucky with our neighbors. Our neighbors are super cool, and we're very close with them. They all have real jobs. They went to college and stuff. And one of them is a management consultant, so he manages all the consultants. And it's a tough job, all right? There's a lot of consultants, and he's like, you better get back, you know? You just can't consult up in here. So he's busy. Our other neighbor's an actuary. I thought that was with birds. I was like, what's that bird right there? He goes, I don't know. And I was like, as an actuary, you don't know what that bird is right there? This old man walks up to me and goes, Olivia? He was looking for his elderly wife and saw me with no shirt on at a car that he does not recognize. None of this is enough to not make him say it. He was like, Olivia? I covered up, and I was like, what's that? And he was like, all right, honest mistake. I was like, God, that hurts worse than saying Olivia. I don't know who he offended more, me or Olivia. I think we could both have a word with him. I'd love to meet her. Inside a building, that's all you want, you know? One of the last kind of bombs I had, I was doing it. So as comedians, we do a lot of corporate events, and I was doing this corporate event in Tampa, Florida, and it was for this guy. He ran Tampa's electricity or something. I don't know what anybody does, but he invented the electricity in Florida. So yeah, he's doing real good. He was a very nice guy. He's very generous. Is all his employees. He was raffling off 2 cars. He gave away a bunch of TVs, iPads. I mean, honestly, probably $100,000 worth of gifts he was giving back to his employees. Very nice. Well, I was one of these gifts that he was giving back. So in the middle of giving this stuff away, he stops and goes, all right, got a big surprise for you. Can't believe we got this guy to come here. And he brings me out. I mean, nobody's heard of me at all. I mean, they're all looking at it like, I think I could get this guy to come to my house. I mean, who is? I start doing my act. I do 1 hour. And just 0 laughs. I mean, nothing. And I'm not doing new jokes. I'm doing the greatest hits. I told the iced coffee with milk story 3 times. I kept just doing it. I was like, all right, I'm going to do it one more time. I don't think y'all were listening. People were leaving. The guy that drove me asked someone that left, and he just goes, hey, is the comedy show almost over? And the guy goes, I don't even know what you're talking about. There's a guy giving a speech up there right now, so maybe after that. So we get done, and then the guy comes up. You know, I have to talk to him. And I was like, look, I'm sorry, man. I used to be able to do comedy, and I lost it. You know, it's over. And he was very nice. He goes, no, it's all right. Nothing's your fault. And I was like, all right, I don't know how that's possible. And he goes, well, when you were up there, I remembered that most of my employees do not speak English. And I was like, all right, yeah, they'll do it, you know. Maybe don't hire an English-only speaking comedian. No heads up at all. Not that I could have changed it up, but it just would have been nice to know, you know. All seriousness, though, global warming, we gotta stop it. Or more of it. I don't really know which way we want to go, but it can't stay warmer. I know that. It's got to be one or, something's got to happen. Something can't stay where we're at. So go, I don't know what direction you want me to just go. Let's use this as a platform for global guys.
I felt like, as a spokesperson for all of Earth, all right, I think I'll give you a message that I don't think no one will give you. And I'm here to say that we're doing fine. So just relax. We're doing great, all right? I did some research. And I was like, let me look at the other planets. Let's see how good they're doing. And I don't want to, it's unbelievable. They're nowhere right now. I went up to this guy and I was like, hey man, do you guys sell hammocks? And he was like, what's a hammock? And it threw me off enough that I was like, am I saying it wrong? I was like, I think I'm saying it wrong because you know what it is. And I was like, is it hammock with a T? Does that sound right? Like, do you guys sell hammocks? And he was like, we're out of hammocks. We're out of them. It's hammock season. And I left, went to my car, Googled where to buy a hammock. And Google was like, do you mean hammock? I was like, I sure do, Google. Where were you at during all of this? I travel all the time. And if I fly Delta, if I buy a ticket through Delta's system, my name in their system is Nathan. And on my license, my name is Nathaniel. I do not remember making this decision. It's a big deal. You can't just change it. I've tried. I've asked Delta if they could change it, and they're like, we can't change it. And you're like, then I don't know. I don't know where we go from here, If you can't do it, who can do it? Is that why people call senators? Do they do it? I don't know. What you have to do, you have to mail your birth certificate in. Some moms give their children their birth certificates. I've never received mine. I thought I was the proof of my birth. And you got to mail it in. I've never been a big mailing in guy. I've mailed maybe 4 letters my entire life. I just never done it. Stamps make me nervous because I don't know how many you're supposed to put on. Where they're going to be like, you should put one more on. And they changed the price of stamps, and that's not in the news, You don't find that out on Twitter. You have to find out from old people. They're the only people that know. They keep up with it. They're like, stamps went up. You're like, okay. All right. Is it $100? Like, they're furious. They're like, is it $100 a stamp? It's 3 more pennies. So, I will never go through that process to get my name changed, so I just deal with it. And it gets... my parents are getting older. So my mom, we had her go pick up our daughter recently at a friend's house, and I texted her the address. She drove to the wrong house. So she knocked on the door, another grandmother answered. Well, this is not good. This is like 2 dogs seeing each other through a fence. They're going to be there for a while, So my mom, she knocks on the door. My mom goes, is my granddaughter in there? And that lady goes, I have 3 grandsons, so no solution. Just 2 grandmothers. Just, do you have stuff? I have stuff too. They talked for 30 minutes. It's a wrong door. I had to go get my daughter, then find my mom. I was in San Francisco, and I bet there's a bunch of fun coffee places, and I live in my dumb world that I just want this one little drink. So I go into a Starbucks, and I get to the front, and I was like, I'll take an iced coffee with cream. She goes, with cream? I go with cream. And then she goes, iced coffee with cream? I go, iced coffee with cream. She goes, with cream? I go with cream. And she said it one more time. She said, so iced coffee with cream? And at that point, I should have said, what's going on right now? Where are you at in your head? Because I feel like we're in 2 different places. But I was nervous, and there was people behind me, and I was like, cream or no cream? Honestly, I'll give you $20 if you let me leave right now. I cannot, this is the most I can talk about this. I don't even know what's happening anymore. So I paid. I go stand in line, where you got to wait for your drink. There's like 5 of us waiting for our drinks. So she puts the iced coffee up there first, no cream. And I was like, whatever. I'll just do it myself, I don't like doing it myself, but I was like, all right, I'll just do it. So before I could get it, she's walked back with a can of whipped cream, and she's shaking it. And I'm just looking at it, like thinking that's someone else's. I'm like, someone's getting whipped cream. That's fun. One of you guys are getting whipped cream? And I look down, and she starts spraying the whipped cream on top of my iced coffee. She just yells out, iced coffee, whipped cream, yells it out. The other 4 people, they turn their back, like they don't want you to accidentally think that's what they ordered. And I'm just left alone, like, that's what you thought I said over there? You don't think I would have said iced coffee with whipped cream? You think I'm just some nut job? It's like, I've had too many problems in this Starbucks, so I'm going to use the words that I want and no other words. Iced coffee, whipped cream cup. And they didn't have a top for it, so whipped cream, it doesn't sink and become less embarrassing. It moves. It's like a buoy in an ocean that everybody sees. And I'm just walking through the crowd like, this is my favorite drink. I don't know if you guys drink this at all. Is anybody? Nobody does this? I'm surprised. And I walked outside and threw it away and tried again at a different... People always talk to me very easy too, or dumb. Like if I talk to a stranger, I can always feel it. And I think it's my eyes. I have big eyes, you know? And so I just get a lot of like, you still with me, man? And I'm just sitting there like, yeah, man, I'm listening. And he goes, all right, I don't feel like you could be anywhere.
Pretty dumb guy. Just, I don't think it's pretty obvious. And I think, I've thought about like time travel. Like if I went back in time, knowing everything I know now, I don't think I would make a difference. I don't think you would even hear about it. If I went back to the 20s and I like saw some guy on like an old phone, I'd be like, hey, eventually they have phones you just carry in your pocket. And he'd be like, yeah, how do they do it? It's like, you know, I mean, I don't know. It's like a satellite or something. And they'd be like, what's a satellite? Well, I shouldn't have even brought that up then. I don't know how they're doing it. It's like a round metal dish or something that got to go pretty high in the air. I honestly don't think I could prove I'm from the future. I mean, they would want some proof, you know? Who's the next president? Oh, boy.
Would not be here if she was not in my life. I know all of this. Now, I've also become very reliant on her because of this. I don't know anything about meat. Like, I don't know what I like and don't like to eat. I mean, if someone be like, you want to try this? And I got to get her involved. I'm like, I don't think so. I don't know how long to microwave something. I have to ask her every time, as if her family invented the microwave. How long do we microwave this for? And she's like, do it till it's hot. It's like, but I know you know a number, you know? Just say the number. I'm either gonna call my mom or you're gonna tell me the number. If she doesn't tell me, I type in 90 minutes and I walk away. I've been doing these drive-in shows, these drive-in movie theater shows, and my buddy Nick Novicki's been with me, and Nick's a little person, very fun. We started a comedy together. Nick's very fun to be friends with. He very easy to trick. We were once at a coffee shop, and a guy was sitting near us with a big husky dog, and Nick just goes, "Hey, you think that's a wolf?" And I just said, "Yeah, I do think it's a wolf." They just passed a law that if you can catch a wolf, you can have it as a pet. And he goes, "Should I go ask him about it?" I was like, I mean, absolutely, you know? I mean, he wants to talk about it. That's why he brought that wolf out here. And I watched him walk over to him and just go, "Excuse me, is that a wolf?" And the guy, I mean, he didn't really know how to answer it. He's like, "What? I mean, you think I brought a wild wolf to this coffee shop?" And the wolf's just being cool about it? It's not losing its mind right now? When we were doing these driving shows, we were all on a bus together. I convinced Nick that I didn't know who Nancy Kerrigan and Tanya Harding were. Nick is learning this, that I do know who they are. He's learning right now with you. I never told him. I absolutely know who they are.
He brought all his references are just 90s sports references. He only can reference the 90s. And so he brings up Nancy Kerrigan and Tanya Harding. And I was like, who's that? He's like, what? You don't know who they are? And I was like, I don't think anybody knows who they are. And he goes, dude, it's like a huge story. It's like figure skating is like a mafia hit. I was like, I've never heard this, dude. Don't you think I would have heard it? I mean, I was like, no one knows this. He's like, he's losing his mind. I go, they should make a 30 for 30 if it's that good. He goes, they did. Another guy's like, they should make a movie about it. He goes, there's a movie. And he's just losing it. One of my favorite ones was, this was forever ago. We're going to a friend's house, and it was a 4-flight walk up. And so we had to walk 4 flights. Obviously, I walk faster than Nick, and I used to wait for him, but we've just been friends too long. I can't. We're like an old married couple. I'm just gone. So I knew where we were going, and I knew that he did not. So I leave him, and I go into my buddy's apartment. I was like, Nick doesn't know where you live. So that's fun, just see what happens. About 30 minutes go by. Nick finally comes into the apartment, and I asked him, I was like, where were you? He goes, I didn't know where to go. And I go, I know. So, you've been gone for a long time. Did you go back outside? He goes, oh, no, I've been in someone else's apartment all this time. He went into someone's, he was just trying handles. And the door opened, he walked in, said, I'm with Nate, and went and sat on their couch. That's how far he made it. Think about where your couch is. That's how deep he made it into their place. And he's so confident. I mean, they had to be like, I don't know, maybe we know a Nate,
My name in their system is Nathan. And on my license, my name is Nathaniel. You can't just change it. I've asked Delta if they could change it, and they're like, we can't change it. What you have to do, you have to mail your birth certificate in. And it gets brought up. Once I was checking a bag, and the guy behind the counter, he sees my ticket says Nathan, the license says Nathaniel, and he was like, this is not good. He goes, these names don't match. You can see the leap that we took to get from one to the other. And I'm realizing he cannot find out people call me Nate at that point because, he can't handle that. I feel like in a marriage, you have one of you is a dreamer, money's not real. Let's have fun. Let's go do fun stuff as much as we can. And the other person hates fun. And that's how you make a marriage. You can't have two dreamers. You're going to be homeless in an hour. You need someone that just walks around. Is fun happening? I'd like to put a stop to that. Are y'all having fun? Stop it. Is the air conditioner on? Turn it off. I married my dad, is who I married. Our daughter would put birthday cone hats on her, and one time one slipped over her eye, and it was like that for 6 hours. I was just trying to see how long, how's it accidentally not coming off? And she was just going about her day, just eating, drinking, I can't see all that eye no more, all right? That's the cards I was dealt, and that's okay. And then I pulled it off of her, and she's like, oh, I didn't know you were a doctor. And I'm like, I am a doctor. Just two dumb animals talking to each other. I used to watch a show called Rescue 911, and it would just show reenactments of crimes, and it was powerful. I've seen 3 seconds of Rescue 911. I remember walking through the living room, my parents are watching it, I look at the TV, a guy has a ski mask on, and a woman is asleep with her feet out from under the covers, and he started rubbing her foot. That's all I saw. I kept walking. I don't know what happened before or after, but I know I've never been able to sleep with my feet out from under the covers. Because I accidentally saw that 30 years ago. And my feet get so hot, and I want to put them out so bad. I try it every night for 30 years, and then that image pops in my head, and I yank them right back under. I'll be in a hotel room, and I'm like, look, you can't get in here, dude. You've locked everything. And I'm like, that's exactly what he's been waiting for. He's probably already in. Walmart guy. I think I'm in the middle, I'm not Kmart. I'm not Target, I'm not old money. I don't think I'm better than everybody. I'm just right in the middle. You ever go to Kmart? Kmart doesn't even look open when you go in there. You just walk in, you're like, you guys about to close? Are you getting looted or something? They're like, no, we're open. Are you? Are you going to cut the lights on that side of the store? Maybe get some stuff, Kmart looks like where you go buy stuff if you're about to open a new Kmart. If If you needed shelves for your Kmart, you'd go in there. Our DJ was awful, and that's because we got my mom to hire the DJ. I don't know who thinks to ask someone in their 50s for DJ recommendations. No one ever is like, Mom, were you in with the local DJ scene by any chance? She hired someone older than her. He just had CDs, and this was when computers were doing real good. He got super drunk, played the same song 3 times in a row. White Wedding, which he said was by Billy Joel. He only had one leg, seriously, and that's fine, you know, no one cares until he starts messing up, and then you're like, why does he have one leg? I want to do Thanksgiving at their house, but they don't have the room for us. There's like 20 of us. It's like a college kid being like, you don't do Christmas in my dorm room? There's a table for 4, and then they have to put a train of TV trays and nightstands that just weaves down this hallway. I mean, you're sitting on stairs. We made the kids go eat in the car. We just go back in the car. You can't even eat inside. My mom didn't have ketchup. I was like, everybody just has ketchup. It just comes in houses. If I went to some alcoholic's house, he would have ketchup. His whole family would be gone, but I would say, do you have ketchup? He had 2 goldfish. So he grabbed one of them, he squeezed it, it exploded. That's pretty crazy. I don't feel bad for that goldfish. You know, he died quickly. I feel bad for the other goldfish that just has to deal with that trauma now. You know how insane that would be? They're not going to buy this kid another fish. He's killing them. Like, he's got to... Imagine if you're locked in a room with someone and they just exploded. It would change your life forever. This is the worst life ever. My wife planned the wedding, and they're both cheap. We got married on Friday the 13th. Got a pretty sweet deal on that. They were wide open. We were like, what times are available? They go, every one of them, all 24. You can call us that day if you want. Her brother married us. That was free. The photographer was just a buddy of ours that had he just bought a new camera. So we were like, you gonna do our wedding? Never done anything professionally, and it showed. His camera stopped working during it, and he started taking stuff out of it. Like, that would be the it's like, yeah, you know what? I bet they put too much stuff inside of it when they built it. You should yank some of those wires. That's not supposed to be in there like that. Joined the Army when I was 18 just because they called. That was the only reason. I thought I got picked. I was like, oh, wow, this is an honor. I also signed up for a JCPenney credit card at 18 because they called, and I was like, man, this day is getting crazier and crazier. I would love it. I would love a credit card. I just got called for the Army. I'll go get some stuff. My mom had to go get me out of all of that. My mom had to call the Army and JCPenney in the same day. She was like, he's not doing any of this. He got to the phone quicker than he usually does. So remedial classes. It's like, they don't care. Someone gave me an Under Armour shirt. Do you know those? It's like skin tight. It just shows the worst parts of your body. I look better without a shirt on than with that shirt on. You know, like in plastic surgery, how they draw like markers on you and stuff? Like, they should just put you in that shirt and be like, obviously you can see where we're going to go after the target areas. I always tell people I got to get back in shape, but I mean, I've never been in shape. He gets to it. It's batter and syrup. They're in clear containers. They're not labeled, but they're in clear containers. He gets the syrup and starts pouring it on the wall for him. And I'm not even stopping him because he's not doing it where he's going, I've never done this. He's doing it where we're probably going to try it after. I mean, he's just like, you're like, dude, I can't wait to see what this guy's making. Like, he might know something that I don't know. He shuts it, turns it over, it cooks. He's like looking at us. We're like, I mean, the whole line's like, yeah, what is that going to be? And it makes black smoke is what it makes. Dark black smoke. Just starts filling the lobby. The manager comes over. He's like, what are you doing? He's like, I guess I poured the wrong one. These are not labeled. And the guy's like, they're in clear containers. Do you not know the difference of batter and syrup? And he's like, I bet it happens all the time. He goes, I've worked here my whole life and I've never seen wedding. It was not good. This is not my fault. This was my mom and my wife planned the wedding, and they're both cheap. So they cut corners. If we hire someone to do something at our house, I promise he does not do that job full time. He'll be fixing our dishwasher, and we're like, do you paint houses? And he's like, yeah, I probably could paint houses, you know? His business card says, how hard could it be, right? Can't be that hard. I wanted to play college basketball. That didn't work out. It didn't work out because I got cut every year for my high school basketball team. So I had to play for my church because The church cannot cut you. They have to let you play, which is nice. That's a good, I guess they could cut you. You'd be pretty bad if they're like, look, we think you're good, but Jesus does not think you're that good. Yeah, he is our captain. She had no awareness about her, like the senses that dogs have. We had turkeys in our backyard once, and I let her out to go chase these turkeys. Retired hunting dog. Figured that's fun. And we have a very normal backyard. It's not Yellowstone Park. You can see all of it at all times. I push her out, and she just pees and then comes back in the house. Never sees the turkeys. And I'm just looking at her like, you didn't feel anything? Like nothing was going? Like I sensed it as a human on the couch. I felt there was turkeys outside. You want to take just one lap around, see if... The guy used her a lot for duck hunting. So he would shoot a duck. She's supposed to run and go get it and then bring it back. So what I like to picture is he shoots the duck. She runs out, comes back, no duck. And she's like, I don't even know what we're doing. All right, I did not. A million things flew in the air when you shot that gun. And I'm supposed to know which one you hit. And the guy's just looking at her. And then she's like, you're not even the guy that I came out here with. Do you see? Is there another guy out here by any chance? Our daughter would put birthday cone hats on her. And one time one slipped over her eye. And it was like that for 6 hours. 2020 has been my favorite year. Out of all the years, this has been the best one. I mean, there's aliens. They said there's UFOs. And no one cares. What kind of year could you have that you could sneak in? Hey, everybody, on the news. They're at the end of the news, they go, there's UFOs. And you're like, oh, do they have COVID? And you're like, no. I don't know. They won't get tested. But I told my wife that. I said, they said there's UFOs. And she just went about her day. I mean, you might even watch this and be like, oh, I didn't even hear that. And that's the point. That's how amazing 2020 has been. I also feel this is a good year to see where your friends are at. You want to be in the middle, I think. And I got friends that they take a shower with their mask on. And they sleep with the mask on because they have a hamster, and the hamster probably has it, and they live alone. It's just them and the hamster. And I also have friends that I don't think have even heard about COVID. It looks like someone told them to try to go get it. That's how they're living. I have a lot of friends too that they tell me they already had it. They're like, I had it. I had a fever. February, had a fever for a couple hours, so probably had it. I had one friend, he told me he had it in 2015. Convinced. He goes, I had it in 2015. I was the first, and it just didn't catch on like it has now. But